Yo, 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 what's happening, people? Arsenal have lost. Arsenal have lost to Aston Villa by 1 goal to nil. Let's get into it. I want to hear your comments. Let me know in the chat what you think of the game, what you think of the performance. Let's go. Yeah, we lost. We've lost to Aston Villa 1-0 through an Ollie Watkins goal. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was it deserved? Did Arsenal deserve to win? Did we do anything in this game to get anything from this for this result? Get in the comments. Let me know, man. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you thought of the game. From my point of view, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. It's another loss. Where's Wilson, by the way? I told Wilson we were going to lose today's game. Wilson was convinced it was a win. I told we were going to lose. We're going to lose today. I knew it. I knew we were going to lose. That's why I predicted it. I knew we were going to lose. I think we're a confidence team. We're a confidence team. If we're winning, we're doing well. If we're losing, we're not. And I'm not. There's no excuses today. You can give excuses for the Wolves game, but there's no excuses today. It was shocking. It was terrible, terrible performance from Arsenal. Nothing nothing going on going forward. Like it was shocking. It was absolutely shocking. Um, we were better in the second half, and I felt like we were going to score. To be fair, in the second half, but like it's only with the possession. Because if I look at the chances created, what did Martinez have to do? What did Martinez have to do today? Martinez had literally he made one great save, I'd say, from Xhaka's free kick. That was it. We didn't work him at all. We did not work Martinez. We were sloppy on the ball from certain players, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But I mean, we were threatening. But the reality is, Matt Ryan was busy. Matt Ryan was all over the place. In terms of sorry, not all over the place in terms of being bad, but all over the place in terms of being worked. He'd been worked all game. So it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing to see. It's disappointing to lose again, and make it 2 wins, 2 losses in a row. Now we're on bad form. Now we got Leeds next week in bad form. I mean, it's annoying. And obviously, it all started off today with poor from Cedric, horrible pass back to Gabriel, sloppy. Traore gets in. Obviously, Gabriel's out of position. Holding's not tight enough on Ollie Watkins. I think he scuffs the shot and it makes it go in more. I feel like if he gets a better connection, there's a chance that Ryan actually saves it because Ryan sort of goes a bit early. But yeah, man, I mean, another. It's disappointing, man. It's disappointing, very disappointing from Cedric's point of view for that goal. But you got 89 minutes to come back into the game. It was in the first 2 minutes, and the fact that we didn't even trouble the goalkeeper really just shows how bad we were really in front of goal. So yeah, disappointing, man, disappointing. But yeah, get in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Shane says Odegaard was bright with coming on. Yeah, I like Odegaard. A couple of good touches. Should have worked the goalkeeper really with that shot. And maybe if we were winning this game 2-3-0, I would have let him off. But you coming on to change the game, you get an opportunity on your favoured foot with no one around you, and you smash it over the bar. That was, I mean, as I said, good touches, a good through ball to Pepe in the last minute. But like we need, and it's hard because he's a new signing. Obviously, he hasn't started the game yet. I thought he might have started today, but shock. It was a poor miss. It was a poor miss. Yeah, the goal we conceded was a shambles. We've got a comment here saying Villa are a very good team and Arteta isn't good enough, to be honest. No cutting edge to your play. No, there wasn't. There was no cutting edge. I don't know if I could blame the manager for this specifically. I mean, he set the team out how I thought we would have set out. Would have liked to see Aubrey on the pitch from the start. But I mean, he came on and he literally didn't. I didn't barely touched the ball. Aubameyang. That's why I guess he plays more wide because he gets more involved in the game. When we're desperate for a goal, we put on about 7 attackers, and then we struggle to score goals. We do that quite a lot. We throw on our attackers, and we don't know how to score. Um, Instead of maybe keeping the shape and working it in a bit more. Like as Shane said, William is so bad. I don't know why he came on today. Like I can make excuses for why he came on against Man United and the game before, I think Southampton. But if Partey gets injured, why don't you put on Danny Ceballos? He's back on the bench. He'll give a bit of dynamism and he'll play in from the middle. You put Willian on, and then we're basically playing Xhaka in the middle and like two number 10s. Um, and well, three if you include Smith-Rowe. And just like I get it, we went for the throat. We didn't want to put on a defensive mindset, but rather you just throw on Martinelli if you're going to throw on any sort of attacking player. You know, poor man, poor result, poor performance. And where does that leave us? Where does that leave us for the rest of the season? Genuinely, like I'm looking at the league table, and like, what's the point? What are we playing for now? Pride? Because we ain't getting into Champions League. We're lucky to catch Europa League. It's poor, man. Just dreadful all over the pitch. And yeah, we had good spells in the game, but we didn't do anything with it. We didn't do anything with the ball that we had, man. Disappointing, disappointing. Yeah, Partey, he's passing, let him down again. He was just poor on the ball. Um, it just wasn't good enough. Just wasn't good enough at all. Um, just tweeting out that I'm live. Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the game. Yeah, man, shocking from Arsenal today. Moda says Arteta is too focused on keeping possession and passing around to create overloads wide. You need more off the ball movement and direct passing to space. Manager is too one-dimensional. I hear that. I hear that. I can't disagree with that. There isn't like a plan B. If anything, a plan B is to like get wide and cross it in. But I mean, we don't have great headers of the ball. So when we did get the crossing and when we did get past Mings, who I thought had a great game, to be fair, Tyron Mings. To be fair, the whole back four did. But yeah, I mean, not good enough. Just not good enough. And I understand it is a bit one dimensional at times, 100%. Should have bought a Martinelli or someone who would take a player on, and I don't know why Lacazette was taken off. I think I know why Lacazette was taken off because he wanted to change it up front. But we look worse. Don't we look worse when Aubameyang came on? I don't think we looked worse when Aubameyang came on, but Aubameyang himself did nothing in terms of for Lacazette. I thought about would he have taken off Smith-Rowe and maybe put Aubameyang up top with Lacazette in the 10 because Lacazette was doing quite well coming deep. But I feel like he just wanted a bit more going forward, maybe over the top balls, him running onto it, as an Aubameyang running onto it, and then it uh, getting a chance on goal. Actually, yeah, sorry, I just saw a replay of the goal, and it looks like it actually come off holding, which is why Ryan didn't get to it. I thought so. Yeah, I remember there was something happened. Yeah, it deflected off holding and went into the back of the net. But again, holding could have been a lot more tighter on Watkins. We let him get space, and this is the thing. I'm looking like the chances that we created. The chances that we conceded, sorry, Aston Villa should have scored. Watkins had about three chances. Grealish had a good chance. In fact, Matt Ryan actually had a good game. Honestly, obviously the goal was deflected, and the rest of it he dealt with it quite well. Like did quite well. I thought Matt Ryan throughout the game, and But as I said, why should he have to do well? Because we're being worked. We gave the ball away, sloppy a lot of times. Xhaka got caught on the ball. Holding got caught on the ball. Bellerin, Cedric. I felt like we were sloppy with the ball in possession. But Villa were quick to press us, and they done well. Obviously, you're looking back at the game, Jack Grealish, obviously, we dealt with him quite well. We only had one really big chance, so we dealt with him, but we let Ollie Watkins and Traore and Barkley get on the ball way too much. It's like our focus was Grealish, and we sort of let the others get a hold of the game. Willian is actually stealing a is that 11? Yeah, stealing 11. Yeah, man. I mean, Willian. I don't know why he keeps getting chances coming off the bench now. Like at first, I was like, why is he still starting? Now I'm like, why is he getting chances off the bench? I felt like he was just trying to force him to come on and get something in his game. I don't really understand why. He didn't need to play Willian today. Didn't need to. I probably prefer it more if we're winning. If you're going to get him, if it's a confidence thing, then play him when we're winning. But not when we're losing. We need someone to create or get us a goal because he's just not doing that whatsoever. Couple of half chances to create, and yeah, it was dealt with calm by that for the defense. Arteta prefers him to Martinelli. He does, yeah, he does. Like he obviously prefers. I think he just, you know what it is. I think he wants Willian to work out. I think Arteta really wants Willian to work out. That's why he's giving him opportunities. But there can only be so much chances you can get. There can only be so much chances you can get, man. So I don't know. Arteta usually has a good compact shape, but today you left yourself too open at times, and giving space to someone like Grealish will lose travel. Yeah, in the second half, I agree with that, but we had to kind of go for broke. Um, we had to go for broke. We had to go for an opportunity to try and get the goal, and we didn't. We failed to do that. Really, we failed to do that. Um, trust the process. Listen, I still trust in the process for now. It's all fun and games and stuff right now, but the long term plan is still intact. Still intact. I want to get onto the foul on Saka in the first half. Let me know what you lot thought of the foul. Konza on Saka. Saka's almost through on goal, I'd say. Should it have been a red card? Should it have been a red card for Konza? Let me know what you think in the comments. For me, very close. Could have been a red, and you wouldn't have been surprised if it was a red. And I've seen them given. I've seen them given. I think we had it. Was it Arsenal versus Sheffield United this year? People were screaming for David Luiz to be sent off after he pulled back the Sheffield United defender whilst he was about to Sheffield United attacker whilst he was through. Um, so it'll be interesting to see whether um, Saka would have been through on goal and whether he would have, in fact, well, whether he would have got. Because I guess the reality is, it's not. You don't have to have an opportunity to score a goal. You don't have to have a great opportunity to score, but was it a clear goal scoring opportunity? For me, if Saka burst past Konza there, I think he's got a clear goal scoring opportunity. He could have gone. He could have gone. I didn't think the referee's going to give a red. I just knew it. I just knew it would give a red in the game personally. So yeah, it could have been a red card, but got away with it. I'd say Konsa there got away with it because I think he knew what he was doing. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. The other talking point of the game was should Arsenal have had a penalty, and definitely Martinez was pulling Lacazette's shirt on the corner. It looked like Lacazette was leaning into Martinez. But if you see the angle coming in from the other side, Martinez actually grabs hold of Lacazette's shirt. So as Lacazette's falling on the floor, Martinez has got hold and he's putting him onto the floor. And I think it's a pen. I actually think it's a pen. I think we should have had a pen. The referees are not the reason why we lost the game today. But it could have been looked at, it could have been checked, and we could have had a penalty kick. Like I think that's a pen. But yeah, I yeah, shocking. Um, Despite those two opportunities, a potential red card and a potential penalty, maybe they weren't clear enough. Yes, they obviously weren't for the referee, and they obviously weren't for VAR because they didn't review it and see it as a penalty or a red card. But chances there to get something from the game. Shows Pepe wasn't too bad, but he should have done better at the end where he was left 1v1 against Mings. Yeah, even there was loads of chances I think Pepe had today. He had opportunities to get past Mings. He had the opportunity to score in the game. Didn't take his chances. He had a couple of the one he had on his right foot was the big one for me. When he hit it into target, and Gabriel would have been a great ball across if he picked him out. I think Gabriel would have had a tap in. He was clear at about at the back post. But even when you do that, get it on your right foot. You've got to hit the target. Same thing I said about Erdegaard earlier. You've got to hit the target, man. Just like you lashed it wide. I know you're not right-footed, but you're a footballer and you're attacking person in that position. You've got, you've got to, man. Um, Adam Talksport says, "What happened? I didn't watch the match. We lost 1-0 because you were rubbish." How about that? That's all you need to know. Don't watch it on Match of the Day. I ain't watching Match of the Day again tonight. So we lost because we were rubbish. Shane says he thinks it was a yellow, but red. Yeah, and I kind of agree with that. I think it was like an orange. It was close. But what I would say is it was a foul in a similar way that the David Luiz one was a foul, but Saka was a bit more further out. And they said outside the box you can get a red card for that. Inside the box you do get it. You're supposed to get a yellow. Mawada says never a pen. Lacazette initiated the contact and leaned in. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, Lacazette was standing in front of Martinez, right? As he does for the corner. Keep standing his ground. Yes, he starts to lean towards Martinez, but then Martinez then grabs him. And I think at the point that Martinez grabs him, Lacazette can't do nothing about that because when Martinez is pulling him onto the floor, it was given as I think it was given as a free kick to Aston Villa. But there's no way for me that's a free kick to Aston Villa. If that's the case, you don't give anything. But there's no way that was a all a Lacazette a foul. I think Martinez grabs hold of him as Lacazette goes in towards Martinez, like as he walks in towards Martinez, he grabs him, and it was quite early on, like just before the kick was taken. So, listen, could have gone either way, man. Could have gone either way. I think it's a penalty kick. Sorry, I think it's a penalty. Why do I keep saying penalty kick? Is that even a thing? I think it's a penalty, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Adam Talksport says VAR is not good. As a United fan, I know people are going to say, "Why am I complaining? We have had VAR decisions against us and for us," and that's probably more fair. To be fair, that's more fair as a team that gets this decision to say what you want for VAR. Those who have been watching me for the past couple of years, I never wanted VAR to come in. I never wanted it at the World Cup. I never wanted it in FA Cup. I never wanted it in the Premier League. I never wanted it in Champions League, and I don't want it in Europa League. But it's here, isn't it? It's here. And whilst it's here, it's got to be used properly. I don't think it was checked enough to see if there was a foul on Lacazette. But me, that was me. Wasn't Watkins on a 9 goal? Was he? Well, nah, he wasn't. He wasn't. I swear he scored against West Ham. No, he scored against West Ham. He scored against West Ham last week on Wednesday. Where Grealish played him in and he scored past Fabianski at the near post. So he wasn't on a 9-game drought. He's now got 2 goals in 2 games. If anything, he's in form. Ollie Watkins is a striker in form. So although he had been on a goal drought earlier on in the season. So yeah, I get that. Yeah, if Saka was 15 yards inside, it would have been a red card. Yes, I get that. And I think maybe even if he got a touch, someone mentioned earlier that if he got a touch, another touch, and then fouled, it could have been a red card because he was in. If he was like in front, but where he was kind of like side on with Konsa, then the referee sort of given him the benefit of the doubt. Well, giving Konsa the benefit, giving Konsa a benefit of the doubt. How did we get a foul when Willian took it against Grealish? You know what I think with that, yeah? I think there was a foul on Grealish, but I wonder if this is referees now watching the players that back into other players, like Harry Kane, like Lacazette. We saw it in the Arsenal United match. Free kicks were given the other way when players were backing in. Now Grealish was backing, but it wasn't. I don't think he was backing it into Willian. I think Willian jumps to get the ball and he actually fouls Grealish. So I think that was a free kick should have been a free kick to Villa. But it's interesting that. Oh no, it actually wasn't a free kick. Sorry. It wasn't a free kick. It was a drop ball. It was a drop ball because the referee didn't think there was a foul either way. Actually, sorry. So I just realised what happened because when we kicked off again, I thought we were going to put the ball in the box, and then I saw the referee give us a drop ball. He actually stopped the game because Grealish went down with a head injury rather than a free kick to us. So like Grealish was annoyed that he didn't get the free kick his way, and I think it was a free kick his way. But yeah, I thought the referee let a lot of stuff go today. I was surprised. I thought he was going to blow a lot. In fact, from my personal opinion, he did quite let the game flow, and that's what I like. Either whether it benefits either team, I just like a flowing game. Stop-start game from referees. It's just annoying for me. Adam says, is Orba injured? No, Orba's not injured. He's just not in good form right now. He's just not playing anywhere near the level where he should be at. Obviously, we know he's got personal family reasons with his mum being ill. But the reality is he needs to be doing better. He needs to be doing a lot better. He's getting opportunities now. And at first I was wondering why he wasn't starting over Lacazette. Now I understand because he's not playing well. So it'll be interesting to see what he does against Leeds at the Emirates next week. Does he go with Lacazette, Orba, or both? Um, People were getting onto Pepe, but I thought Pepe had a good game. He just didn't score a goal, but he was threatening the whole game and should have scored. Should have scored. Maybe even should have got a couple today. Why is my comment being ignored? Did I hear what you said? Didn't see a comment from you, bro. Let me know what you said. I know you got one down here. Next week we have Leeds then Man City. We're gonna get wrecked. Our chances of being at least top 8 is slowly fading. This flipping sucks. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. I mean, Leeds is a must win. Leeds is a must-win game, and I don't even know what we're chasing. And I literally don't know what we're chasing. I'm going to bring up the league table in a second. But like, is our aim European football? Is our aim Europa League football? Like we're in 10th at the moment. We've played 2 games more than Villa, Spurs, Leeds, and Southampton, who are all in and around us. So, I mean, what is our aim this season? Is our aim top 4 or is it not? Is it top 6? I never thought we were going to get top 4 in the first place. I always said I felt like we were going to be short. I thought we would get a top 6 finish, maybe, but not top 4. So this is the league table as it stands. So here we are, right down here in 10th place. I can't highlight it, but yeah, we're right down here in 10th place. And look how the way the form is just dipping now. Now it's 2 wins from the last 5. Obviously, we've got the draw against Man United. We've got the draw. This has been updated yet? Because we lost twice now. We lost twice. I don't think that's been updated properly. But I'm sure we are 10th. But yeah, our form is now, maybe the form hasn't been updated, but our form is now lost, lost, draw, win, win. So I guess that's the draw against Man United in the middle. But yeah, listen, I mean, we're not playing well. We're not playing well. We're currently in 10th, mid-table, and this is exactly where we deserve to be. The game against Leeds is a must-win game. It's a must-win game. Watkins, Cash, Konza, McGinn, Louis, so many good players at Villa that can move to bigger clubs. Yeah, they're good. They got a good team. I thought Tyrone Mings was brilliant today, and I'm always surprised when he plays for England. So I'm thinking, is he as good? Is he good? Is he good enough to play for England? But I'll tell you what, the past 3 games he had against Mings, he has absolutely marshaled us. Like I remember the game at Villa Park last year, the game at the Emirates this year, and the game at Villa Park this year as well. Today, he's absolutely marshaled us. I do really like Tyra Mings. I mean, listen, if Tyra Mings continues like this, he could go on to a bigger club. I know Man United are in the hunt for a centre back. Is maybe Mings someone that they'll be looking at? Shane he doesn't rate Matty Cash. He feels like he's defensively shaky, but he's done well today. Yeah, Matty Cash. He's had a good season, I think. But today, absolutely, yeah, he's done very, very well up against he was on that side, Pepe. The Pepe, yeah, Pepe and then Saka in the second half, but he went to left back. So yeah, credit to Cash. I thought he done well. What happened to Partey? Is he injured? You haven't heard from Mikel yet. He hasn't come out and done his post match, so I don't know if he is injured yet. We're still waiting to find out if he's injured. We didn't actually see what happened, but he did walk off, so I don't think it's going to be massive. Hopefully, he's fit for Leeds next week. But yeah, as you mentioned earlier, he was quite off it. He was quite off it. Next, we have Leeds, then Man City. We're gonna. Oh, you said that. I said that already. Um, Arsenal needs some creativity. Erdegaard is good, but can he fix it all? Auburn needs to be firing. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think Erdegaard can fix it all, but I don't think he was brought in to fix it all. I think he was brought in to help Arsenal going forward. And I think he can be that. I think he can be another option. As I said, I thought he'd start today, so I thought he'd start today. I'm even more convinced now he may start against Leeds next week, with the City game coming up the week after. Smith-Rowe was. He's not Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe. I know you said Smith-Rowe a few times. Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe was quiet, but Arsenal should not be relying on the youngsters. At the standard of Arsenal football has took such a downturn, and it has. Listen, in the past 10 years, the football's got a lot worse, and that's what Arteta's been brought in to do, to bring it back. But at the moment, he hasn't been able to bring it back to the level that we know that we can be at. Smith Rowe was quiet today, but I thought he didn't. I don't think he had a bad game. I thought he done okay. He was threatening in periods, and he had decent chance as well to get a goal. But Mings again was in there with a great block. Um, if Rashford gets 2 goals, he passes Hexham for goals for. I don't care about Man United, man. It's not a Man United chat. You can talk to Neeks about that. Oh, Beckham. Listen, call for Rashford, innit? I hope you do well. But listen, this is we're in an Arsenal chat today. I'm gonna show you guys what my result was for Ramsey versus Arsenal. For those of you that were here yesterday evening, I predicted a 2-1. I predicted a 2-1 win for Aston Villa. So I was wrong in terms of the actual result, but I was right in terms of the sorry. I was wrong in terms of the score, but I was right in terms of the result. I thought we were going to lose, and we did lose. We weren't good enough today. But I'm going to bring it up here. Bear me a second to see um, where I have Arsenal in the table. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So, is it going to show? There we go. So, yeah, I've got Arsenal on 39 points, and they're currently on 31 points after 23 games played. So I've got 12 wins, 8 losses, 10 losses that they actually have. We've got 10 losses this season. That's awful. It's actually horrendous. And yeah, 39 points in terms of the Premier League table. 39 puts us in 5th place. So, and this is me predicting us to lose today and last week against Wolves. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah, not good enough today. And Arsenal were just not. I guess they're meeting my predictions in terms of the result today, but they're not meeting my predictions in terms of getting anywhere close to where I think we should be right now. Shane said, "What a player Grealish is. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him in the summer." And my apologies for getting Smith-Rowe's name wrong. No worries. Yeah, Grealish is. I think a move is due for him. I think a move's been due for time. I thought he was going to go to Spurs when they came up from the Championship, and then I thought last year he's got a good chance of getting Man United. Obviously, I think COVID stopped a big transfer happening. I think it could have happened last year for a big transfer to happen. This year now, I think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitable that he goes, and I do feel like his England chances will be increased if he gets a bigger move. He's carrying this Aston Villa team, although they are playing well um, with other players around him as well, like Traore, Barkley, and Watkins, and McGinn in the middle. But yeah, for me, Grealish, I think he's good enough. I think he's too good now for Villa. I think he needs to go. Even if Villa do get European football, I think he should be playing Champions League football. He showed today the battle of the short socks today, and Grealish definitely beat Smith Rowe in that battle for sure. Listen, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching the review show. We got a week off now, Arsenal, because we're out the FA Cup, so we got a whole week to rest up and a whole week to decipher who's going to play this weekend against Leeds. Um, I know we've got Joe Willock in action at the moment. He's playing for Newcastle against Southampton, so I'll be interested to see how he does on loan. I'm hoping he has a good loan spell and comes back good player. A lot of people said he won't get game time at Newcastle, but straight into the starting lineup for Joe Willock. So I hope he gets a good run out there. I'm actually going to be watching Newcastle's games to see how he does. But yeah, look, make sure you come and check us back next week. We've got the podcast next week where we will be reviewing Manchester City versus Liverpool. So make sure you check that out next week when that comes out, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. And yeah, we'll be looking at the rest of the season and seeing who will win the league. A massive game tomorrow. And yeah, I'm sure you'll be hearing from Neeks throughout the week as he does his reviews for Manchester United. But Shane says you ain't gonna sign Grealish. You reckon he'll go City or stay at Villa? Yeah, potentially, potentially. But listen, it's another loss for Arsenal today. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1 at Villa Park. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon.